Because I'd rather talk on the show, about you.
Sir. Wrap it up.
All right. Salakia for the delay, people. Very sorry. Salakia. Just trying to get everything straight. This is the brother. Introduce yourself. He's from Jamaica, U.P.K. Nayathab's brother, my brother. The brother got a bad song out there called Glock 40, right?
Canada one can.
Go ahead and introduce yourself, brother.
All right, can sir. Shalom, Yahweh Hashem, Yahweh Shai Barakatha to my brothers, Yahweh Shamar, Alathan, Hashem, Yahweh Shai to my sisters. My name is Officer Kayad one out of I.S.U.P.K, Jamaica, under commanding General YAHANNA. You understand?
Right. Today I was gonna go into Rastafarianism, and the reason being is because this brother lives on the island of Jamaica, so he'll know the whole history and how the people gravitate to something that's not of the children of Israel. Just like in America, a lot of brothers don't gravitate to the 5%ers because the 5%ers up in New York, they was look more masculine than any religion out there. So go ahead, brother. Let's just get the origin. You got the floor.
Canada one can, sir. All right. So basically, how Rastafarianism came into being. It started with Marcus Garvey. You understand? Many people like to deny that Marcus Garvey is, is one of the most important, if not the most important person in Rastafarianism. All right. He had a following here in Jamaica. He also had a following in the United States, a big following in the United States. But his following here in Jamaica, after he left to go and live in the United States, they were like, sheep without shepherds, sir.
Right.
They did not have a leader, basically. All right. So one of his followers, who was in the United States with him, came down. His name was Leonard Howell. You understand? Right. Leonard Howell, the founder of the Rastafari movement. He came to Jamaica and he misinterpreted, or him and other Rastas misinterpret what Marcus Garvey was saying, because Marcus Garvey had a lot of sayings. One of them was, look to the east for the crowning of a black king. You understand? Or look to Africa for the crowning of a black king. So during the 1930s now, when I.S.U.P.K, Selassie, all right, specifically 1930, when I.S.U.P.K Selassie was crowned emperor of Ethiopia, they took it that saying was talking about I.S.U.P.K Selassie.
God.
And then people now in Jamaica started to gravitate towards that sentiment. You understand? And started to see I.S.U.P.K Selassie as more than just being an emperor of Ethiopia, but some kind of godlike figure.
Got you.
Understand? But Marcus Garvey himself did not subscribe to what they were doing.
Right. I got you.
And bear in mind, these were his ex-followers. You understand? These people now following I.S.U.P.K Selassie was Marcus Garvey's ex-followers. You understand?
Got you. It would be somewhat like the truth, how brothers broke off from the U.P.K and then started their own thing with the saying that the Edomites are the Arabs and all that mess. Go ahead, brother.
Sir, you understand? So it happened that now, an excellent point you brought to the same thing. You understand? But where them not understand is Marcus Garvey. At a point, Marcus Garvey started to be very, what I call it, disapproving of I.S.U.P.K Selassie.
Most High Christ.
You understand? Marcus Garvey found out more about I.S.U.P.K Selassie, found out that Ethiopia is a slave trading colony. You understand? Marcus Garvey found out that I.S.U.P.K Selassie did not identify with black people over here in the West. So Marcus Garvey started to disrespect I.S.U.P.K Selassie. Remember, Remember?
I didn't know that. Come on with it.
Sir. So Marcus Garvey started to call I.S.U.P.K Selassie a coward because he fled to Britain. You understand? He fled to Britain to seek support from our oppressors. You know what I mean? And
Right.
Marcus Garvey never with that because Marcus Garvey bond the oppressor.
Right.
You understand? Marcus Garvey bond the oppressor. So when Marcus Garvey see him do that now, Marcus Garvey I say, this man can't be no kind of liberator for black people over here. So.
Right.
Yeah, you understand when I talk? Sir, you understand when I speak? Try make it clear.
God, you straight up clear. I understand that. Marcus Garvey was against that, and he realized that, yo, this man ain't got the benefit for the people over here on this side. He found out that he was a fraud, and I guess he was trying to get the people to turn away from that. But it all happened when the what's that? The Queen of England crowned him. Go ahead.
Canada one can. The Queen of England, after them put him back on him throne now. All right. So Ethiopia was invaded in 1934-35 by Mussolini. See? Mussolini, that are the Italian dictator.
Right.
Invaded Ethiopia. And Haile Selassie lost that war.
Okay.
And Haile Selassie fled to Britain to the League of Nations to seek help. See him like how Zelensky seek help from NATO right now.
Right.
You understand? So him fled, run left him people them, and Mussolini crowned himself the emperor of Ethiopia. See? Meanwhile, Haile Selassie was a refugee in England.
Right. Right.
You understand? And pleading for assistance. Salakia, sir. Go ahead.
What I was going to say was that should have set somebody straight with him being the King of Kings.
Right.
If he running and he now got to submit, Christ never submitted to another king.
You understand?
Go ahead, brother.
Canada one can. So while Haile Selassie was being a refugee over there in England, he was pleading for help, but England would not give him that help. Right. You understand? But how England started to help Haile Selassie and Ethiopia is when Mussolini joined World War II and went on the side of Hitler.
Right.
So he joined the war. So no England, not because of any pleading from Haile Selassie, but because no Mussolini has declared himself an enemy to England.
Right.
Them start to support Ethiopia and eventually defeated Mussolini and then put him on him throne and crown him King of Kings and Lord of Lords, which is an Ethiopian custom, you know, for them to call their kings King of Kings and Lord of Lords. But here's the it's just for them foolish culture. Because they steal from our, you know what I mean, Israelite culture. You understand? Them try attach themselves to the Bible in Ethiopia. But here is how them justify Selassie being King of King and Lord of Lord now. Because them have emperor and they would have different tribes in Ethiopia that they would call kings or prince. See? So it's not because them rule over any other nation, but them call them ministers king. So by default now, Haile Selassie would be crowned King of Kings and Lord of Lords. You understand? But it is
over the other kings in Ethiopia, within that realm of Ethiopia. I got you. But we took it differently, as if he's supposed to be a Christ, a savior to black people on this side of the equator.
Yeah, the Rastafari community took it that way. You understand? When they know the Ethiopians them, the Ethiopians them got this King of King and Lord of Lord concept by reading Revelation. You understand? They did a thing with the Kebra Nagast. You understand? When you have the time, you can look up the Kebra Nagast. This is their effort to steal our culture from back in the 1300s. And many people think that this is an ancient manuscript, you know. This was a concoction in the 1300s. After you understand? Where they try to make it that the Queen of Sheba and Solomon had sex, and now the throne of Israel now is in Ethiopia.
Right, right. Let me ask you. That was heavy what you brought out. Now, say that name where we can find all that at again.
Cancer. It is the Kebra Nagast.
Kebra
Nagast.
with a G-N-A-S.
Yeah, G-A-A-S-T.
Okay.
So Kebra, K-E-B-R-A-N-A-G-R-A-S-T.
God. That's for everybody that want to research it.
Cancer.
That was heavy.
Yeah, man. And Selakia, to add to that as well, too. This, all right. This is what the Rastafari community used to say that Haile Selassie is descended through Menelik, this fake, you know what I mean? This fake son from the Queen of Sheba and Solomon. This is what they used to say that, you know what I mean? He is a legitimate child of King Solomon. But this manuscript now, that is a plagiarism of the Bible. It come like the book of Joshua and, you know what I mean, the book of Enoch. Just fairy tales. You understand? And many of the things them in like don't add up with the Bible. See? But we're going to get into that in the future, sir. See? So this fake manuscript tries to take away our kingship and give it to the Ethiopians. You understand? But it is fake.
Right.
It is not true. You know what I mean? Them say the origin of this manuscript cannot be verified, meaning nobody know where it come from.
Right. I see what you're saying. God. That was my next question. Go ahead.
1 second, sir. Let me just pull it up. I may have it up on the computer. I'm going to just pull it up and read part of it. See, sir?
Okay.
Yeah, man. 1 second.
No sweat. Yeah, that's heavy, brother. Because I got a few more questions, but yeah, go ahead and pull that up. Give him a second to pull it up.
Yeah, man. 1 sec. All right, so this is the Kebra Nagast, and it says, there has been much speculation over who wrote the Kebra Nagast, and when, meaning nobody knows where this thing come from. Would I be able to put it up on the screen, sir? Salakia.
Marah, can he put it up on the screen? You might. I don't.
All right, may I share the link in the private chat.
Okay, the water.
Cancel. See? So it says, sir, the Kebra Nagast. There has been much speculation over who wrote the Kebra Nagast and when, but all we know for certain is that the compilation of stories was penned sometime in the 1300s. You understand? This is after, you know what I mean? All right, this is a Christian manuscript, you know, sir.
Right.
See, this was penned when you do the research on it, you realize that it is the Ethiopian Coptic church that wrote this. They penned this. See? So when you read it, you realize it would be like a Christian novel.
Okay, I got you. I got you.
Slack, sir. Yeah, man. So it's a Christian novel, and what they do now, they try to hide the origins of it because them know, sir. Them know that is really some, you know what I mean, fabrication. You understand? Yeah.
Right.
So here, right off the bat, it make you know they don't know where it came from. You know what I mean? They are just speculating that it probably was penned in the 1300s, which is way long after our king, the Awashai Mashiach, you know what I mean, was crucified. You understand?
Right.
So,
and you know what? Excuse me, Salakia. It's so heavy because a lot of fake conscious dudes be trying to say that's the original. You know what I mean?
Right.
And they try to downplay the Israelites, and they try to say you don't even have the original. The original is in Ethiopia.
Right, right.
Actually, that's one of the original manuscripts. And
Right,
that's so heavy that you brought that out because
right,
they've been pushing that, for a good minute, for about 10 years, all over the internet.
right.
So that's heavy what you just brought out. Go
And
ahead, brother, continue.
Canada one can. And they have a saying to that Ethiopia as the oldest Bible. So that would be, separate from the Kebrana grass. See?
Right.
But when you do the investigation on this oldest Bible, other one, see?
Right.
It is the translation of just the Gospels, Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John. So it is
Right.
not even the Bible. It is just 4 books of the Gospels, and it's translated from the original. So if there is an original, the original would be older than their translation.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So,
God.
but sir, all right. You see, in Jamaica, our people, they don't really, they can't decipher what is facts and what is fiction. So when the Rastafari community now come out and say some things, you understand? Because them all the Rastafari community at such high regard, sir.
Yeah.
They believe it. Especially you have brothers like Muta Baruka, you understand, which is more black conscious than Rastafari.
Okay. And
But
I've seen him. I've seen him on a video. Go ahead.
yeah, man. They hold him at high esteem because him talk knowledgeable. You understand? But they don't see that this man skip around many facts just to substantiate, his propaganda. And he's a hypocrite because him not believe in a Selassie like how Rasta believe in a Selassie.
Okay. Okay.
But him
Gotcha.
still call himself a Rasta. But this is the problem, sir. Rasta is Selassie name.
Oh.
Rastafari.
Right. Right.
So him severing himself from Selassie and still calling himself a Rasta is a contradiction.
Right.
You understand?
Right.
Because
God.
you're still tying yourself to Selassie.
Right.
You understand?
Right. No different than the Nation of Islam put out a paper on the final call calling themselves Israelites or Israel, but still saying, we're the Nation of Islam.
Gone, sir. Gone.
I see. I got you.
It's all them. They want to take a little over here and a little over there. You understand? To substantiate what they believe. But the people can't realize now. The people can't see, say, wait, you are putting together 2 conflicting point of views. See, the Rastafari community, them want to hold on to Ethiopia and at the same time hold on to Israel. When
Right.
the Ethiopians are the enemies of Israel.
Right.
Yeah,
God.
sir.
We got the same mess with Islam. The
Sir.
Arabs are enemies to us and put us through slavery, and they still over here treat us like dirt.
Right. Sir.
And I'm gonna add another point. I know rosters that are over here. I never really go into it, but I know them. You know what I mean? And I know that they are brothers. But when they get in front of, like, Ethiopians have businesses set up, and they brought a lot of the gas stations, but not the gas, but the convenience stores that sell the gas. So when rosters come in, they start to find out that the Ethiopians, they really ain't shit. You know what I mean? Excuse my language. They start to realize, like, these people don't respect me as a man or as one of them.
God, I don't want God. So
You know?
lucky, sir. And to add to your point as well, sir, Zane, the Rastafari community in Jamaica convince people to go to Sashamaniland. You ever heard about Sashamaniland?
No. Break it down for the people and for myself.
Canada one cancer. So Sashamaniland is a plot of land that Haile Selassie, after he found out that people was over here worshiping him as God,
Oh, that okay. God, go ahead.
So he gave them, well, not just the Rastafari community, all black conscious, all the black people over here who worship Africa. He gave them piece of land called Sashamani. But the Rastafari community here in Jamaica, through music and doctrine, persuade our people that is our, you know what I mean, our Jerusalem, so to speak.
Right.
And when them go over there, sir, them get persecuted by the Ethiopians, racially profiled. And as what I understand from a prominent Rastafarian in the music industry, that they are even being killed. You understand? So
I believe that. I definitely believe that.
you understand? But the Rastafari community don't bring out that side of the story.
Right. You know, I was watching a clip from this older conscious cat. He went over there 2 years and he left, came back. And one of the main things he was talking about is the same exact thing. And he started saying that, the hell with the Africans. He said,
God,
what the hell are you conscious? And he's part of the conscious community. He go by the name of Pharaoh or whatever, one of them names. And
young,
uh,
Slakia, sir, young Pharaoh.
no, not him. It's an older cat from out of the Midwest, like Chicago.
God,
And he said, what the hell are you conscious black folks talking about F Jesus? He said the Africans ain't gonna save us.
right,
He said, what do you mean Jesus didn't exist? So he came back with a whole different. He's not a Hebrew Israelite, but he spoke on I.S.U.P.K being one of the better groups out there.
right,
Sarnetta had him on his channel, but he had been over there for 2 years. And he was like, yo, them Africans, they racist. They treat us like, like dirt.
God,
And he was like, I'm not going back to Africa. And he was saying that, yo, the hell with what y'all talking about, love Africa. Them Africans don't care nothing about you.
God,
They
God,
not going to save you. And he said, if anybody going to save you, it will. And he used the word Jesus.
right, right,
So
God,
go ahead and continue. I'm just tying in what you're saying about the conscious people, because some of them that wasn't rosters had also went over there, but I didn't know the name of the city or the land.
God, sir. They are the community where they build schools, they build restaurants, hotels, and they have to flee left that. They have to cut left it. You
Got
understand? Because the Ethiopians, them are so racist against, you know what I mean, against our brothers who went over there, our brothers and sisters. You
right.
understand? But the Rastafari community over here, they don't bring out that side of the story. You understand? It was a newspaper article that brought it out. You understand? Yes, sir. So yeah, man, that a go on, sir. See? All right. Officer Mara, Slakia, sir.
You go ahead. He can hear you.
Sir, I got a number for you and I sent you some links through WhatsApp. I don't know if you can access it with some articles. I don't know if you can put them up on the screen, Baba Kwasha, sir.
Oh, you don't have woo. You know what it is? You don't have WhatsApp. Marah, see if you can see if you can send it to your email.
God.
If you could send it to the email, that'd be good.
Hey, tell him.
Give me the
Yeah.
email, sir. Baba Kwasha. Put it in the private chat.
Can y'all hear me, sir?
Con, we can hear you. Con. And then I want to
Yeah,
go
yeah. If
into
you send them
how.
like this, then we straight.
Okay.
Like in the chat.
Yeah, you can send it through the private chat, sir.
Good. Give us a minute.
Come, sir.
Hey, Marah, you can throw that song on if we need to take a quick break.
Yeah, Conor McCon. So that'll be Tawab.
Yep. We're gonna take a 3-minute break.
Conor McCon.
All right. Because I also want to go into the dreadlocks. How did that get, all involved and adopted into, later on?
Gone, sir. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. We have all the articles them on that, sir.
God, okay, God. Hey, Mariah, you got the music playing on? That way you can deal with what if you can hear.
All right, sir. We can just go and read.
I'm about to pull up the music right now, sir.
Okay. So
That way you get all your articles, all right?
gone, sir.
Kayadwan. It's Kayadwan. Is
Gone,
that correct?
Canada,
Kayadwan.
sir. Yeah, man.
Just give us a minute. He's gonna throw in your song, and then he'll get everything straight. You can tell him what articles to put up.
Officer Mara.
Khan, I'm here.
I'm still here, sir. I could just paste the link them in the private chat, though. That would make a difference.
Yeah, that's good. That's the best way to do it.
All right, may I send them in order here to speed up things.
Right. There you go.
Yeah, man. Canada one can.
Give us a minute, y'all. But Mariah, you should have hit the song while we
Khan Makan, sir. I got it right now.
Okay.
Yeah, man, you know the thing going on. One West badness. You know the thing already. Yo, Nayatak. Z. Black party chip, long brass clip, belly full, one fish shit. Fat brass me chip, select careful shift to blood clot, it the pan shot the clip. Me good here, we wave the ras clap, flick it. We nick here with tape reverse cartridges. Batman village, rank charge it is become hard to win. I saw me killer them ball, gun in a hand pan, each got them ball. Be a tall rifle, we bring a 10-fold, them blood class scope, you're looking at them soul. Now make we bring a dead toll. Up with the food, now make it in a them cool. Tell me Sachin, say the thing I get cool. If me circle again, me say skin I get poor. Hey, black family, a goddamn village, we not damn silly. Factory Babylon not billing, so fuck them system, a bad man living. Racks not chilling, until the money done man willing. Don't come here with your wrong bang living. In brave little pity, we map that killing. Black party chip, long brass clip, belly full, one fishing. Fat brass matrix, select careful shift to blood clot, the tip, the punch shot, the clip. Me could hear we wave the ras clap, flicky. Mini care with tape reverse cartridges. Batman village, rank charge it is become hard to win. Them a say art of war, hey, we a say laws of God. No fear though living on me heart, Batman. Just like King David, we not stop bad. How we no talk long. Yeah, this one way so can't walk on land. My act say we no fi spear not one. We general no man a ras madman, hey. The goddamn kill it. We march come for your dopey past that gimme. One like who no talk and wicked. That when decrease your chance of living. Them a pussy, them soft and timid, but U.P.K can't stop winning. Right now we the laugh and chilling, but when war begin we not stop killing. Black party chip, long brass clip, belly full, one fish shit. Fat brass matrix, select careful shift to blood clot, it tip the punch shot the clip. Me good here, we wave the ras clap, lick it. Mini here with tape reverse cartridges. Batman village, rank charge it is become arguing. I saw me killer them ball. Gun in a hand pan, each got them cool. Be a tall rifle, we bring a 10-fold. Them blood class scope, you're looking at them soul. Now make we bring a dead toll. Up with the food, now make it in a them cool. Tell me Sachin, say the thing I get cool. If me circle again, me say skin I get poor.
Yeah, don't have messed up, no. Bad news is to beat your home, nigga. Yeah. Go on, get on his ass real quick once.
All right, we back. We back. All right, brother. Go ahead, drop it for us so that we'll learn about Rastafarianism, in Jamaica. Because it's a stronger presence, a stronger vibe in your island. You know what I mean? And I kind of feel like it's a watered down version here. But black people have taken on the dreadlocks. But continue.
Another one can. All right. For the most part in the United States, the dreadlocks is just, just a style. People wear it as fashion. But here in Jamaica, it started with a religious point of view. The Rastafari community is seen as the alternative to Christianity. You understand? So people who feel like say Christianity is from the oppressor, they would more likely go to Rastafariism. You understand? So you see the soldier them now, the brothers them who would come into the I.S.U.P.K. Them get, them get sidetracked into the Rastafari community. You understand? And what happened? Them get destroyed because now them get introduced to the weed smoking, and the worshipping of this idol, Haile Selassie, mixed with Shiva worship and one bag of foolishness. So the warriors them would normally would gravitate to the I.S.U.P.K. The Rastafari community have them. So it is important for we go at the Rastafari community because it's like them a bridge the most high current. You understand?
Right. Yeah. You going for the big fish where all the soldiers are at is at.
Right.
You know what I mean? I understand that.
Because the everyday youth, you see the youth in the street, them more gravitate to man like Muta Baruch and them man. See? Of course, with a mixture of everything, them grew up Christian, so some will believe in the Bible. At the same time, the militancy will lead them towards the Rastafari community. You get what I mean? So it's two folds in a sir. We have to get rid of the Christian church and get rid of the Rastafari community. And make our people know, say, you see where you think the Christian church is, it's really the I.S.U.P.K. And where you think the Rastafari community is really the I.S.U.P.K. You understand? People think the knowledge of the scriptures in the Christian church. But the knowledge of the scriptures is in the I.S.U.P.K. and the command in general, YAHANNA.
That's right, brother. That's right. Damn right.
Right.
Damn right.
People think militancy, you know what I mean, in the Rastafari community. But militancy, the warrior them in the I.S.U.P.K. You understand? That is where militancy is. You understand? Right. I mean, how militant can you be hook and weed?
Right, brother. Right.
You can't be a soldier and your mind not function right.
Right. Exactly.
You understand? Silakia, Officer Mara, Baba Kwasha, could you pull up the second link, Baba Kwasha, on the screen? Yeah, man. To order, sir. See, we're going to scroll down to the part. See, hold on 1 second. No, sir, not that link. The first link, the link that says, the link that says blackhistorymonth.org. The second link in the chat. We soon come to that one there. That one here about Shiva. We will get to that, sir. See, we will cover the Shiva worship and thing.
Right.
Sir. All right. You go scroll down to where you see Marcus Garvey picture. See, Marcus Garvey and the Vision of Africa.
All right.
All right. So this says, sir. See?
Right.
This says, Marcus Garvey, the Vision of Africa. You can read it from a Baba Kwasha, sir. Let me just break it down.
All right, you can read it for us, please. Officer Marah.
Salaki, sir. Can y'all hear me?
Yeah, can you read it for us?
Count on one count, so just let me know if I start breaking up if I make.
Okay.
All right. Marcus Garvey in the Vision of Africa. Look to Africa when a black king shall be crowned, for the day of deliverance is near. This is the prophecy that started it all.
Cancer, you see it? This is the prophecy that started it all. The whole Rastafari movement start off of this saying. It's not a prophecy, you know. Marcus Garvey is not a prophet, you know. But the Rastafari community hold Marcus Garvey as their prophet. See? And this is the saying that make them, when them see I.S.U.P.K crown as emperor of Ethiopia in 1930, them said, this is the man that Marcus Garvey, our farmer leader, was talking about. You understand? Sir. Continue.
Let me ask you a question on that. Now, did Marcus Garvey correct the people, or they just?
Yeah, man. All right, correct them in not in writing, but eventually you saw that this was not the man that Marcus Garvey was talking about. We're going to get to that. We're going to show you where Marcus Garvey started to go at him. You understand?
Oh, okay.
Yeah, man.
Right.
Salakia other one. Mara, continue reading from no Baba Kwasha.
Khan, no sweat. All right. The prophecy was Marcus Garvey's. Garvey was a Jamaican activist, Salaki, who campaigned for the political and social change on an island that had been an important century for slavery. After the slave trade was abolished in 1833 and Abraham Lincoln's Emancipation Proclamation freed all persons held as slaves, life did not improve dramatically for the ex-slaves, their children, and successive generations of black people.
God. Go ahead. Read the next one now.
You want the next article or next
the next paragraph, sir. Salakia.
Okay, cool. It's unclear whether the black king Marcus Garvey had referred to was an actual person.
Right. All right. That is Salakia, sir. So that is the main point.
Right.
Marcus Garvey wasn't being literal. You understand? He was just saying, look to the east for the crowning of a black king, because in belief say we were from Africa. So he must say, that's how we are going to rise as a people. So look to the east where Africa will rise up. Of course, we know that we are not the Africans. See?
Right.
But Marcus Garvey wasn't even talking about a literal, figurative person being crowned. But the Rastafari community took it as that. All right, sir. You can jump to the next article, Baba Kwasha. Zin.
All right, which one is that?
All right, that would be the third one.
Third eye. Okay, cool.
Cancer.
Right.
Okay.
So Marcus Garvey, he is the man that started this whole thing indirectly.
Well, that's God.
Yeah. So you know what I mean. But the Rastafari community. All right, sir. Officer Mariah, scroll down to where you see it say I.S.U.P.K and the Rastafari movement.
So look to the east. This right here or La.
Scroll up. Let me see the article. Yeah, right here, sir. Right here. That is the part.
All right, cool.
Yo, listen, that's kind of heavy too, because now when I battle Rastafarian, I can tell them exactly what Marcus Garvey said and how they just took it and took it for actual literal a king from the east, which is an Ethiopian, which he ain't a king. He's supposed to be of the children of Israel. But go ahead, brother.
Right. Slakia. And to add to your point again, that it is so, you know what I mean, such foolishness to think that I.S.U.P.K is not even the rightful heir to the throne of Ethiopia. Neither.
Right.
See, they have a culture where they lie and say that certain people are descended from Solomon, but I.S.U.P.K is not even from that lineage.
Right. Yeah. I knew about that. With that, man. I learned that in coming in the I.S.U.P.K. Go ahead, Doc.
he claims his lineage to Solomon through his grandmother somewhere. You understand? So
right.
all right.
Right.
So you can read where it says Haile Selassie and the Rastafari movement, sir.
Khan, the water word.
Yeah, man.
Haile Selassie and the Rastafari movement. Haile Selassie is regarded as the Rastafari fraternity. Is regarded by the Rastafari fraternity as the incarnation of God.
Right.
Unify all people.
Salakia, go ahead, sir.
To unify all the peoples of Africa and the human race. The name of the movement comes from Ras Tafari.
Right.
A creation of his name and the noble title Ras.
Right. So Ras mean prince.
Okay.
You understand?
All right. You know, because up in America, they always say, "What's up, Ross?"
Yeah.
I mean, it's like a American thing that they'll say Ross.
SHALAM.
You know what I mean? Okay.
Yeah, man.
And I'm gonna say something else. Kayadwan.
Cancer.
I would say to around, Benjamites, like Ross Clyde. And the old man said, "Don't say."
Oh, well, all right. You see the Ras clad that different. I know Ras. That spelled with 2 A, RAAS.
Okay.
So that would be an expletive here in Jamaica.
Oh, okay. Got you.
Yeah. But Ras is the Ethiopian word for prince. So his title is prince, and his name, his legal name and his birth paper is Tafari. So when them put it together, them call the religion Rastafari.
Prince Farai.
Prince Tafari. So the religion itself, so for all of the Rasta them who claims that, well, Selassie is not the God and Ray. Well, your religion name is Rastafari. Right. So him have to be the God. I mean, Buddhism.
Right.
Buddhism is the religion of the worship of Buddha.
Right.
You understand? If you have a name in the religion, he's the God of the religion.
Right.
You understand? You can't go around it. And this article I make you know say that is how it started. It started with people calling Haile Selassie the God of Rastafariism.
Right.
Go ahead.
Let me ask you another question. When they say I think I can't remember the phrase. What is it? I or they say, right. What is that all about?
It's some weird thing where them say, you know what I mean? All right. I to say that it has something to do with, I think, Selassie's name, because them call him Rastafari or Haile Selassie I. Zin?
Right.
Which is a misunderstanding as well, because Haile Selassie I it is not an I. It is the first. You understand? So it is Haile Selassie the first, not I. But
I got you.
The uneducated of us now, them say Haile Selassie I, but it's Haile Selassie the first.
Got
you. Understand? Because King a king, so now them put the I upon themselves. I.
Yeah.
You understand? I and I. Them just
make a You cleared that up. You definitely cleared that up. All right. Go ahead to your next thing. Continue on, brother. I didn't want to interrupt you, but I got questions.
Yeah, man. Go.
Because I've been around, you know what I mean, for a good minute, and through life, being from New York and living in D.C., I've seen, black people gravitate. I've seen, Benjamites, Judites, they all gravitate to certain things, and they say certain weird stuff. I got you.
Yeah, man.
So it really means the first.
It's really Haile Selassie the first, but them say Haile Selassie I.
Right.
And no,
no different than King James the First.
Right, sir. So it would be we saying King James I. You understand? That's
Right.
totally ridiculous, and you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But people we make a slang out of everything, so it becomes popular, and you know what I mean? It take on. So every Rasta now starts say, you see, I and I start, you know what I mean, in reference to himself, you know what I mean? And it is a selfish concept too, because this I and I thing, it embedded in selfishness.
Right.
You understand?
Right.
Yeah, and it goes to say that God is in I. So I and I is God. And ray. One bag of foolishness, sir. So, but you know what I mean? Our people don't know how evil it is. You understand?
Right.
You understand?
Right.
Sir. Officer
Go ahead.
Mara.
Okay.
Yeah, man.
God, that was heavy too, if I may.
God.
All right. So, I'm gonna keep going. Marcus Garvey's teaching greatly influenced the formation of the Rastafari movement.
Right. So, Salakia, sir.
Although,
So, Salakia, sir. It'll tell you, Marcus Garvey teaching greatly influenced the formation of the Rastafari movement. Meaning, even in the Rastafari doctrine, them have a lot of Marcus Garvey teaching. You understand?
Right.
Because these were ex-followers of Marcus Garvey. They were Garveyites.
Right.
You understand?
Right.
Continue reading, sir. Baba Kwasha.
Although Marcus Garvey never actually followed Rastafarianism or believed in it.
Can read that again, sir.
Although Marcus Garvey never actually followed Rastafarianism or believed in it.
Right. Marcus Garvey never believed in that madness.
Right.
You understand? Marcus Garvey, the man with them claim to be the prophet of Rastafarianism. He never believe in that.
Right. Right.
He no believe in that none at all. He never follow it none at all. That no make no sense to him. But initially when Haile Selassie became emperor of Ethiopia, he acknowledged him as, well, he's a black king. And he was hoping that this king, Haile Selassie, would make the black people proud, which he did not. You understand?
Right.
We'll come to that. Salakia, sir, continue reading.
He is considered to be one of the movement's prophets.
Right.
Because it was his ideologies that eventually grew into the Rastafari ideology.
Right. Continue reading.
Yeah, let me just hold you up a minute, and I'm gonna just give you the side here. Is that like when you think about Rastafarian in America, we tie Marcus Garvey to it. You know what I mean? So that's heavy. How you bringing it out? Like he was really against it. He recognized that he's just the king of Ethiopia, but he is not the man that he was referring to, and they took it that way. All right, gotcha.
In every community where you see Haile Selassie picture, you see Marcus Garvey, right side eye.
Right.
See? To say that this is the prophet, and me don't know no other prophet of Rastafarianism. Marcus Garvey is the only prophet of Rastafarianism. See? When them sing about Haile Selassie, them sing about Marcus Garvey as well. But they don't bring out that Marcus Garvey never even like him. You understand? And that would be like the Muslims, you know what I mean, singing about Allah and Muhammad, and Muhammad never even like Allah.
Right.
You understand?
God.
Yes.
Good night.
All right.
Marcus Garvey, Martin 2009, Garvey proclaimed that black people should look for the black king who would be crowned in the East, because this king was the black redeemer and deliverer. When he left for the United States, many of his followers still gathered together, but had no leader to follow.
Right. That is it now. So Marcus Garvey did always say, yo, Africa go rise. That this article don't specifically, this article is basically trying to give meaning to what Marcus Garvey said. Look to the east, but that was not what he was saying. He just said, look to Africa. You know what I mean? Black people are going to rise up from Africa. Zin, of course, again, we are not Africans. Zin, but because Marcus Garvey was in the United States, where we know that Marcus Garvey became greater in the United States among our Judite brothers and sisters.
Right.
See?
Right.
These followers in Jamaica did not have a leader. And it wasn't like today where they could keep up to date with what Marcus Garvey was going on with. It would have to be like through some newspaper article where majority of us wasn't even, literate enough to read and understand what going on.
Right.
See? So them could really keep tabs with where them farmer leader are going with. See?
Right.
But now them left by themselves as sheep without shepherd. You understand? And them just, take the whole with a proportion. Slack, yeah.
That was definitely, real what you just said. They wouldn't have been able to keep up with everything he said.
Right.
So go ahead, brother. That's correct.
Another one can. Continue reading, sir. Baba question.
And it's logical.
Gone.
Yeah, we can't hear you, Marah. Give him some time.
Gone, sir.
Yeah, that's heavy. You know what I mean? Hey, Marah, we can't hear you. Well, you can elaborate on it until he come back.
All right. May I continue where him left off, Zin?
Because I've been seeing you break some stuff down on TikTok, Doc. I've been following you on TikTok.
Most
and let me ask you something.
Cancer.
How much feedback do you get back or backlash do you get back from other Benjamite brothers?
Salakia, sometimes the backlash is more than the likes. You understand? So before people press the like button, they will give like 100 comments disagreeing. You know what I mean? Not 100, but you know what I mean?
I know what you mean. But listen, I'd rather have a bunch of comments so you can crush all those lies. You know what I mean? Because you crushing it. You know what I mean? I was like, wow.
Yeah, man. But some people wake up, and some of the people who are watching them, they are using our talking points and they are battling the Rastafari community and
listen, that's how it always works. Even in the truth, you learn something from a brother in the UPK, and you might not be all the way in it.
Yeah.
But you can take that same knowledge and go smash Christianity and Islam.
Yeah, man, cancer. That was my experience when we just found out about the UPK. You know what I mean? Me up on the road, I have camp by myself. Last case, you know what I mean? I'm not join the UPK yet. You understand? But at the same thing, people get the information and them realize that the information is so heavy that them use it and them go to war with the lies. You understand?
Right.
But
God. You know what I mean? Because listen, when I started with Commander General YAHANNA, right? I didn't even have my name. I'm straight battling everybody.
Yeah, man.
You know what I mean? And listen, I come to class with about at least 7 to 8 questions every day. Every time I came to class, because I'm battling people. I said, General, I just need everything you have on the Gentiles. And he would be like, okay, hit him with this, hit him with that.
Yeah. I feel good for Christians, and you know what I mean?
God. You know what I mean? So go ahead, Doc. About the backlash. Have anybody approached you that somebody like that cat you was talking about? His name is what's his name?
Mutabaruka.
Any of his followers approach you for a debate or anything like that? Salaki for the sidebar, people. But go ahead.
Sir. But you know what I mean? We have been reaching out to the Rastafari community for somebody come. You know what I mean? Sit down with us in a battle, in a debate. See? But none of them big top leaders them no answer the call yet. One big idiot on TikTok, Zane, who claim to have some knowledge, keep tagging us in videos, keep doing videos and tagging us, rebutting what we are trying to say. Zane?
Right.
So we reach out to him now. He's a Rastafarian. We reach out to him, you know what I mean? And we say, all right, come we could do a debate. Then and we left the number for him call. Then
Right.
he left a comment under the comment section replying to our comment saying he will be free on Sunday.
Right.
That would be Sunday coming. Then,
Right.
but he never called the number. I guess the brother thought that if a debate was happening, it would be like a TikTok debate. You know what I mean? You know that silly back and forth that them go on with on TikTok.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So
I got you. God.
But the brother never want to talk to we. I guess him afraid of we. He never want to call the number and link we so we can arrange the debates. This brother never link we, never call we at all. Put up a video and said that we were running. You understand? And even worse than that, sir, the man put up a video, Zane, claiming that some fake Hebrew Israelite put up a video with Brother Polite, you know what I mean, and the conscious community, Zane, bashing, accusing some fake Hebrew Israelite group of child molestation, Zane, and claim that that group was the I.S.U.P.K.
Oh.
So
I see what you're saying.
Yeah. So, you know what I mean? I answered that video and make him know, say, yo, Bridging, that is not the I.S.U.P.K. See? And that same brother that you feature named Brother Polite, he is a child molester, he is a child rapist.
Right.
So, you know what I mean? Basically, you shoot yourself in the foot, you are back a child rapist and I try accuse we of being child molester. Right. You understand? God. So now him take up the offer and call we. See? Because he get cut. You understand? He get cut, so he have no choice but to call me now, conscience. You understand? So now, yes, sir. So now, in call, we are arrange the debate. Right. We contact Officer Abadawan, Officer of 1,000 Abadawan contacted Captain Tizaria, got the farm after the debate and thing. You know what I mean? Got the breakdown on the debate. And we were arranging the debate. This brother pulled out of the debate saying that he was not prepared. Yeah? That's the So
hey, you know what you should have told him?
Cancer.
It's because you're unqualified. Bring me your teacher. Bring me your teacher who should be prepared.
Right.
You know what I mean?
And that was what Officer Abadawan wanted to do, but this brother don't seem to be loyal to any teacher, and that is what we realize with the Rastafari community. They are just rolling about, picking up information here and there, and they don't subscribe to any specific school of thought. You understand?
Right.
But he bit off more than him could chew, because when him come, you know what I mean, confirm the debate with us, him realize that no, him in over him head, so him back out. You understand?
Yeah.
But we really want one of his, whoever I'm learn from, see that and take up the offer.
Exactly.
But we still at home.
That's right.
Cancer.
Yeah, that's really what you want. You want the head. You don't want some guy that's just fishing everybody and thinking he's something. You know, we got a lot of that in all these different faith groups. That's whether it be Israel or Kemetic. You know, we even have brothers talking they atheists now and all that old garbage. You know what I mean? So it's crazy. It's madness. You know what I mean? That you know what I mean? But we still smash them and take them on to whatever they want to do. You know what I mean? So, okay. Hey, Marah, you got that brother's article.
Yeah, man. We're done.
Salaki, Marah. Hey, Marah. Something must have happened. But anyway, you can verbal. I got another question on You know, I don't think he may even come back on or something wrong. But the dreadlock thing. When did that
Cancer.
basically start? Because I'm gonna say this, like over in DC, right? Like you were saying, to here, it's just a hairstyle, right? But
Gone.
within the black lesbian community, it's one of the main hairstyles that they wear. Okay, we'll
Right.
fix that and let you go on to this. The water, Marah.
Gone. All right. Oh, you want to touch upon the dreadlocks?
Yeah, we can. You know, for
All
brothers
right.
and sisters out there, because the lesbians, that's all they rock.
Yeah.
It's
And,
the
and
dreads.
yeah, man, even here in Jamaica, all right, to the point where if me see somebody with a dreadlocks, me kind of start suspect them right away. Because it's the same thing in Jamaica, where
Okay,
when you see somebody with dreadlocks, you have to look on them 2 times for really confirm if this is a straight person or, you know what I mean,
right,
somebody who is authentic Rastas. Because you realize that the LGBT community take on the Rastafarian hairstyle.
right,
You understand? But this started where the founder now of Rastafarianism. So we just cover the prophet of Rastafarianism, which is Marcus Garvey. See?
right,
So the founder now, which was a Garveyite, Leonard Howell, he was a
right.
Garveyite in the United States and he got deported to Jamaica in Clarendon.
Okay,
All
right,
right, Clarendon is the main place where East Indian indentured servants came to Jamaica because after we were so-called emancipated from slavery, in 1834, they started to import, you know what I mean, indentured servants from India.
right.
They came with the dreads, which them call jattas. Them not call it dreads or locks, you know, them call it jattas. That are the dreads. See?
Okay,
And they come
God,
with the weed smoking, the Shiva, Slacky, I don't remember what them call it, the Shiva Shativas or something like that. That is the marijuana plant. See?
okay.
So them bring that to Jamaica. Then bring the weed and then bring the locks. And they are
Hold up,
in Clarendon.
I got a question.
Cancer.
I thought, now this is in high school dealing with Jamaicans and just me assuming stuff. But I know a brother, when I was in high school, a brother was like, yo, the weed grow everywhere. Especially back then, I was smoking weed when I was in high school. But so they initially brought the weed to the island of Jamaica, or they brought their
Cancer.
own. They originally brought the weed to the island of Jamaica. Wow.
Cancer. They brought the weed. The East Indians brought the weed plant to Jamaica.
Wow.
And I guess after that, it started to grow everywhere. You understand? Because
God.
now the Rastafarian movement become popular and it spread it. So everybody start cultivate weed. You
Gotcha.
understand? Leonard Howell in Pinnacle, where him located, he used to cultivate weed and the police used to run in upon him a lot. You understand? It became this tradition now for Rastas start cultivate weed farms and sell weed. It became their source of income. In other words, they became drug dealers.
Exactly.
You understand? You
That's
understand?
heavy.
And that is
That's
one of the
heavy.
charge. That is one of the charge. Slack, yes, sir.
No, I was saying that was real heavy what you just said. Go ahead.
Cancer. See, that is one of the charges where we hold the Rastafari community too. They turn our people into drug addicts. They are the reason why. And you can hold them accountable as well for our Judite brothers. Because our Judite brothers more likely learn the weed smoking thing from Jamaica.
Right. Exactly.
You understand? And it was
That's
the
who
Rastafari community.
That's who opened up shops all over the hood up in New York when I was a kid.
Okay, can see it there. See it there. You know what I mean?
That's who we had to get the weed from.
Okay, so see it, you know what I mean? So at the Rastafari community for that, them spread that in Jamaica and it reached our brothers in the United States. It go as far as reaching our brothers. So now, all of Jamaica up on weed. when me I got high school, me start smoke weed in a 10th grade. You know what I mean? And me look on it, nobody never pressure me for smoke weed, you know, sir. It was like you know say you go smoke weed because weed a part of the culture. And sir, I tell you, say, the worst thing me ever pick up, Virgin. So like worst thing me ever pick up because me start smoke weed and me a bright youth and my brain start get slow. Start get slow. You understand? And I realize that this weed thing, all depression, all them things they used to reach me because I smoke weed and all them things. See, enough people, it you know what I mean? It caused them thing that too, you know. See?
Right.
We charge the Rastafari community for that because they are the ones that got our people up on weed. Right now, if you're mind shop, 80% of Jamaica depend on weed right now.
Yeah.
You understand?
And here's another thing in America, it's now the politicians who've signed it to make it legal. You know what I mean? But of course, it's damn near like how the people went with the Pharisees and the Sadducees to crucify Christ. It's the same thing with the weed. Now in America, like the people wanted it, they desire it. You know what I mean? I mean, like it's everywhere. I mean, it's crazy. I mean, like if you look at from the time of the 70s till now, you go out your house, you're gonna smell weed. I don't care where you go, whether you driving or walking or going shopping. Somebody gonna drive by smelling like weed, or somebody gonna get on the elevator smelling like weed. But go ahead, brother.
Yeah, man. So Leonard Howell now, sir. You know what I mean? He learned that from the Indian community that came here. You know what I mean? In the 1800s. You understand? Well, they brought it in the 1800s, but him go amongst them in the 1930s, and he incorporated that in this new religion. You understand?
Wow.
So lucky, sir. Let me find the article.
Salam on Christ. I'm to Wab now.
Okay, no sweat, Marab. The water.
Yeah, man. Gone, sir. All right, let me find the article that tells you about. All right, we're gonna talk about the lax and the weed. See, so the article that says brill.com, it is the let me see. 1 second. Brill.com.
I got it.
No, the 7th article. You got it, got cancer.
Yeah.
See? All right. Scroll down. 1 second. 1 second.
No sweat.
All right. It says 1 second. Let me just find the exact part of this article.
God, no sweat.
And that was heavy what you said. So you said that the East Indians brought the weed to Jamaica.
Right.
Cancer. Yeah, man. Okay. They brought it to Jamaica. They brought the lax wearing. You understand? All of them things there. Yeah, man.
And let me ask you, do all Jamaicans know this? Like, is it common knowledge?
Sir.
Because I thought it naturally grew in Jamaica.
So, yeah, if you follow the Rastafari community, you would think that it was founded on Solomon's grave. You understand? That is the legend behind the marijuana plant. That it was founded on Solomon's grave.
God.
But we know it's a myth. You understand?
Right.
All right. God. Officer Mara, background, leadership, and context. Scroll down to that part.
Yeah.
It's towards the bottom. I think I'm there.
No, sir. It's more like up the top.
All right.
Good.
All right.
God, God, God. That's crazy. Because the way now this brother wasn't a roster, right? But he was like in my class, and he was like, "Yo, man," he said, "Man, I can bring you a bag like this." So you know me in high school on weed, I'm like, "What?" He said, "You go to Jamaica, man, you get a bag like this for $5."
God. Yeah, man. It's an industry for them.
Yeah,
See? But they got because all right, you see, them what they use to validate, you know what I mean, their struggle is the fact that the government used to fight them out back in the 70s and the 60s and the 80s. See? Government used to fight them for cultivation of marijuana. So them say, see it, Babylon a fight too. So
right. God,
how the sound coming on.
right. Your, your sound,
Yeah,
your
yeah,
sound is messed up, Marah.
all right. All right, I'm gonna fix it now and come back in, sir. 1 second.
No, your sound is good.
I'm here, sir.
Marah's sound,
Okay, clock.
Officer Marah's sound is terrible. Yeah, Marah, you might have
Oh, it's
to.
my.
Yeah, okay.
Cancer. So the government was against them. So them used that for validate that Babylon fight them. So our people sympathize with them because the government, which we know is colonial,
Right,
then came up against the Rastafari community. So by default, our people say, well, these must be, you know what I mean, our, you know what I mean, on the good side. Because see, Babylon fight them there. You
right,
understand?
right.
But to be honest, it's just one, you know what I mean, one evil and the next evil. You know what I mean? But
Yeah,
our people couldn't decipher between both. You understand?
right. So I see what you're saying. They was able to relate with the people that were being oppressed, and they took it as they
God,
being oppressed by the same people that's oppressing them. God,
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 one cancer.
God, God.
See?
It's like the
All right.
same thing. Go ahead, Marah. But anyway, go ahead, brother. Till Marah can jump back in.
All right, sir. I'm gonna read the article till Officer Mara jump in. See?
Okay.
This Owell's that is talking about Leonard Owell.
Right.
Owell's emergence in Clarendon took place at a time when many East Indians lived in parts, 1 second, of the parish. See?
Right.
So many East Indians lived in Clarendon. And even today, you have large communities of East Indians in Clarendon. You know what I mean?
Okay. Right.
Yeah, that is where they settled because that is where they landed when they came here as indentured servants. See?
Right. Got you.
It is
Got you.
therefore, Canada one can. It is therefore no surprise that, as both Hill and Lee have pointed out, Owell made use of his exposure to Indian culture and the Hindi language. So Owell now, in the formation of his Rastafari movement, he made
Right.
use of Hindu culture. You
Right.
understand? He took a lot
Right.
from them. You
Right.
understand? But
And
jump.
that's just like when we came in the land in Israel, how we took
Yeah,
on Molech and took on those other gods, Asherah, you know what I mean?
cancer.
All that. And the Lord
Yeah,
said that those nations would be thorns in our side. And here it is in Jamaica, the East Indians became them thorns in our side, and we took on their culture.
cancer. Yeah, man, I see him thing. Same exact thing. But the only difference, them come to where we were at the time. You know, them
Right.
brought their filthiness. Because the East Indian religion is a filthy religion, you know. It
God.
embedded in one bag of foolishness, you know. Bearded in cow dung and one bag of thing, you know. You
Right.
understand? And that on them forehead, like the general brought out, General YAHANNA brought out, that on the forehead, you know, is
Yeah.
period blood, you know.
Yeah.
See? So them filthiness and the Rastafari founders them took up that filthiness. and started this religion.
Right.
You understand? Not knowing that dreadlocks, that so-called dreads that them wear, it embedded in filthy and unhygienic lifestyle because the East Indian them no like beard.
Right.
You understand? East Indian them are some nasty set of people them. You understand? Cancer. Let me continue reading. Next paragraph. It said, "Oh, Slakia, you say something, sir?"
No.
Slakia, sir. It says, Owell's, Canada one can. Owell's use of Hindu visual symbolism in the promotion of Rastafari movement has received attention from scholars. So even the scholars them, because remember, you know, the poor, uneducated people them couldn't tell. You understand? But the scholars them pick up. Leonard Owell is using in East Indian culture in this new religion where my farm. You understand? So the scholars them pick up on it. Canada one can. And the most recent work on this had been done by the late art historian Patrine Archer. In addition, the ritual use of marijuana. See, the Rastafari community tell you that the marijuana is used for ritual purposes. You know what I mean? To make them ascend. And the same thing the Hindus them claim marijuana do for them, make them ascend to higher spiritual heights. You understand?
Right.
Cancer.
Right.
You know
it's basic. It's definitely understandable how you breaking it down, how the East Indians came over. So what's that city called? Clarendon?
Clarendon is a parish.
Yeah, Clarendon. The brother Leonard Howell learned from them, adopted their practice, and put it with Rastafarian, which is an Ethiopian man.
Right. So it's a mixture, you know? It's a mixture of East Indians and Ethiopians into this, and stealing from the Israelites. See? Mixing it in this big confusion called Rastafariism, which is no different from it's similar to Christianity when you check it.
Right.
It has similar
how it evolved.
Cancer. It's no different. You understand? Haile Selassie himself is a Christian.
Right.
Haile Selassie is a Ethiopian Orthodox Christian.
Right.
You know what I mean? A devoted Christian. So one of the arguments to the Rastafari community is, how is it that you born Christianity, which is right, Zin? You're born Christianity, but your God is only a good church-going Christian. Me not understand that.
Right.
Me not understand how you're born Christianity, but the man that you praise and worship is just a regular Christian. It don't make no sense.
Right.
You understand?
God. You're right.
All right. Officer Mara,
yeah, you clear now. You good, Mara?
Slack General, can y'all hear me?
Yeah, Con. We
Loud
can hear
and
you.
clear.
Yeah.
Con, sir.
All right. You can jump to the last article now, Baba Kwasha, sir. You know what I mean? That I tell you now, say Shiva now, you know what I mean, is the weed smoking, dreadlocks wearing God. You understand? Right. Which we know that dreadlocks is not real locks. You understand? Real locks, what the Bible is talking about, it is braids. You understand? That is braids. You understand? It's not no nasty dreads where you see the Rastafari community wear.
Right.
See, which them learn from Shiva. I also have a video too, you know, should share that too. I'll share that video. 1 second, sir.
Definitely.
See, with this, yeah, man, with this East Indian woman basically telling you the origins of those Shiva jitters or those dreads. You understand?
Right. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Definitely. Because it's a...
All right, officer.
Officer Barra. He might jump back in. You know what I mean? So the video is going to show you about this.
Salaki, sir, can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you fine.
Cancer.
If,
Yeah, man.
you post
Officer Mara,
the
Baba
video
Kwasha.
in the chat, how you just.
Yeah, man. Me just post it. It's a YouTube video. You can play that and then jump to the last article. Canada one cancer.
The what? Just give it a second, brothers and sisters. Give it a second, Israel.
Nityanandam, this is Mahajaya, and as you can see today, I look a little different, and that is because I have dreadlocks. And I actually want to talk to you about dreadlocks and where they originated, and actually the spiritual significance of dreadlocks, or as in India, as they call them, Shiva Jatas. So dreadlocks actually originated in India. You know, Shiva is the first being ever to wear dreadlocks. And you know, out in the West, a lot of people, when they see dreadlocks, they think of Jamaicans, they think of the country Jamaica, or they think of you know, the music icon Bob Marley. But even though Bob Marley made dreadlocks really, really popular, he definitely made dreadlocks an icon for people to wear. The originator of dreadlocks, the trendsetter of dreadlocks, was definitely Shiva. So I actually want to explain the significance of jatas, and like, you know, why we have them and their spiritual significance. So when we have jatas, right, and actually dreadlocks is in the agamas. They tell you exactly how many dreadlocks to have on your head, how long to wear them, and you know, even to the point of where they said, like in the agamas, where it says that to even put 5 rudrakshas after you get your jatas. So actually, let me go into that. So in the agamas, it says that you can have like a number of jatas, starting with 5, 11, 13,
All
26,
right. So
28,
she go
36,
she
50,
go go into
and then
like, you know what I mean, all them do for them thing.
Right.
You know what I mean? But she basically I tell you, say, look, man, this come from Shiva. Our
Right.
thing this. That she basically I say. This is our something. You know what I mean? And she's right. Leonard Howell learned that from her people.
Right. Right.
Yeah. Right. But that is not lux. That is not the lux where Samson had. Samson had 7 braids, not 7 Shiva Jatas. You understand?
Yep.
Samson had 7 braids. All right. Officer Mara, you can jump to the next article now. That are the last article we post before this link. Baba Kosha, sir.
I see she got that red dot on her head.
I noticed that as well, sir.
Hey, does that mean she's married or she a virgin?
I'm not sure about that. Look on that.
And that's just is that for God or just for Hinduism? I forgot I know it's the period blood, but does that say she's what? A virgin or married or what?
I'm not sure about that, sir. I have to go look into that.
Okay.
I'm not sure about that, but we know that she's Hindu. That basically assure you that she's a Hindu. You understand? Right. And she make you know that, you see these dreads where she wear, it come from our Hindu ancestries. You understand? And the worship of them God. But may I look into that, sir.
It's heavy how she boasts about it come from her people.
Right.
I mean, like she basically y'all rocking our culture.
Right. You understand? Almost checking the Rastafari community. She basically saying, look, we know that on have it and on say a phone, but I really our own. Zin? So she take back claim to them tradition because, all right, with these Edens, you know, we take on the customs of the Edens and we make it popular, and then the Edens get jealous. You know what I mean? And them want it back because now, unlike us, they take pride in their culture. See?
Right.
When
Right.
somebody else steal their culture, them take offense, which we should take offense when others take our culture, when somebody else call themselves Jews.
Right.
We should take offense. We should
Right.
want to take our culture the same way this heathen Wambakar Shiva Chetas. You
And,
understand?
and you're right about that. But there is one group of men and women that do fight for their culture and get
Damn
offended.
right.
That's the I.S.U.P.K.
Right.
You know
Damn
what I
right.
mean? We get offended.
That's
We
right.
feel disrespected. You know what I mean?
One
I tell you know, where I live at is a lot of Ethiopians. And so when they see the shield of David, they question me. Or they'll read the Israelite School of Practical Knowledge on my Hebrew Academy cover. And I break it down. I said, this blacks, Native American Indians in the Americas, we the children of Israel. There's some of us scattered.
Right.
I said, but this is who we are. The white man is a liar. I said, the Ethiopians that claim to be Israelites are liars.
Right. Right. And Silakia, sir, to add to your point, we should be mad at the Ethiopians them too. See?
Right.
Because not only the Jewish man, you know what I mean? Because it seemed like it was a rush, you know. When we fell, you know what I mean, and got kicked out of the land, it seems like these heathens were scrapping to, you know what I mean, take up our culture and steal it. The Jewish man did it, and the Ethiopians did it. You understand? To the point now that we think they are the authors of our culture when we were just, you know what I mean, cut off from our heritage. You understand? So we should be offended when we see the Ethiopians them claiming, you know what I mean, claiming Selassie to be Lion, a tribe of Judah.
Right.
We're vexed about that, man. You understand?
Yeah.
And sir, you understand? And when you read the Kebra Nagas, sir, so when you read the Kebra Nagas, trust me, I tell you, sir, you would be outraged, man. Outraged, man.
Hey, listen.
I read it and I pray death for the Ethiopian.
Listen, I even got backlash from posting that same TikTok video in another group. In one of those conscious groups, I go into a lot of different groups. So I posted, and they was getting mad. But then they started going into all the older manuscripts of the brothers, and was telling the conscious community that ain't the oldest, you know what I mean, Bible. You know what I mean? So I do push a lot of brothers' videos. I push your videos. Yo, listen, I'm about sharing it. We want West, we want body.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. I really appreciate that, sir. For no say, you know what I mean? A general see the work what they are putting in I.S.U.P.K. Jamaica. Really appreciate it.
Hey, listen, man. I seen some of your classes, man. I was like, yo, who's this brother here? I was like, wow, this brother got zeal, fire. You know what I mean? Hopefully, man, y'all can make it to the Passover. You dap each other up. You know what I mean? Go ahead, brother. I don't mean to cut you off, but you definitely stand out in your videos, and I click on the U.P.K. Jamaica. I'm just letting you know, and a lot of y'all out there, y'all should click on and share this brother's videos from all over, man. Like I'm not one cat that be in just, you know what I mean, the U.P.K. groups. I'm all over. Like if you see me post something, I done post your video. You might see it on my page. Because dudes get mad and they like to look at, so that information was real powerful. You know what I mean? So we should share each other's videos and keep pushing it, especially during these times.
Another one can. Yeah, man.
Right.
Can, sir. Silakia, sir, your signal kind of break up a little bit. I don't know if it fixed or now still, but
okay, how about now?
I hear some of the things them you say.
You can hear me now clear?
Can, sir, that came out clear.
Oh, okay.
Cancer.
What I'm saying is I share everybody's videos, especially from brothers like that video you did on that book, the Ethiopian Bible. You know, I caught backlash on
Cancer, yeah, man.
it. And people listening to us, they should share it. You know what I mean? Share our stuff. Man, I share even the Israelite, our I.S.U.P.K music in entrepreneurs, Israelite, you know what I mean? To get it out there. So, you know what I mean? Because it
Yeah,
ain't
man.
really about it. It's about, One West.
Canada one cancer. Yeah, man. Yeah, man.
All right, brother. Go ahead. You can continue, brother. I ain't mean to take the flow.
No sweat, sir. All right. I just the last article now. Officer Mara, Baba Kwasha, the last article when we post, you can just put that on the screen. We just show them, you know what I mean, the whole thing about Shiva being that gun smoking, you know what I mean, East Indian god.
God. Just give him a second.
Cancer.
Yeah, man. That was heavy, brother. That was heavy. Yo, you covered a lot of stuff on that Marcus Garvey. You know what I mean? How he said, look to the east. You know. Go ahead, brother. I'm gonna just get quiet and let you rock that last one out.
Cancer.
But I just
All
want to
right.
say it was real heavy. You tied everything up to date. You know what I mean? With
Yeah, man.
Rastafarian, the origin. You know what I mean? Haile Selassie.
And there's a God. And there's a lot more, sir. Whole heap more. You understand? Whole heap.
God.
All right. Mara, scroll down to here. You could read the title. Read the headline. Salakia.
Go ahead.
Officer Mara, we're not here, yeah? All right. It seems like he might have some signal.
Okay. No sweat.
All right. May I go read it? It says, Shivaji, the black dreadlock god of India. You understand? And it's unfortunate, when them try to tie us to Africa, nobody claim that the East Indians are Africans, even though the East Indians, they are dark skin,
Right.
Yeah. But to defend this point, they would say, yeah, man, them are African too, man, and them try to tie it to Ethiopia, saying that East India or India was part of the Ethiopian province. You understand? But of course, that is not our point. You understand? The point is this filthy, disgusting dreads that our people call locks. It is East Indian culture and it is not locks. So when we scroll down now, it says,
can I say one thing? Can I ask you one question? So you saying Rastas are now saying that the East Indians come from Africa, from Ethiopia?
Yeah. Right. You know what I mean? Of course, you know them always evolve for defend them argument. So because we say no, this is not native to the African custom, but when they claim, they must say, well, East Indians are Africans too. At one point they used to serve under Ethiopia. So that is one of them argument now. You understand?
Right. Which is foolishness, and there's no record of the East Indians serving Ethiopia and Ethiopia conquering over in India, which is the Persia and Medes, you know what I mean? But go ahead, Ak.
Right. They have yet to bring any kind of proof to support what they are saying. But regardless of that, that is not our point. That is not what we are trying. We don't care about the Ethiopians. We don't care about the East Indians. What we are saying, make the East Indians them have them stinking Shiva jitters. See? And let us wear locks, which are braids.
Right.
You understand?
Right.
We don't care about the East Indians them. The East Indians them, they are not our people. Let the Ethiopians them have them. You understand?
Right.
Salakia, sir.
Good.
All right. So this Salakia, sir. This Shivaism was one of the first religions in India because Shiva is the Hindu equivalent to Adam. It's a Shiva was the first man on earth, and Parvati, his wife, was created by Valmiki from the flesh of Shiva thigh. So them plagiarized the Adam and Eve story, you know what I mean, in Shivaism. Another one can. It continued to say, Shivaji did have dreadlocks, see, and also black skin. So he was a dark-skinned East Indian. See? It was from Shivaji that consumption of ganja was included in religions. Shivaji used to consume ganja and meditate on the top of the Kailash mountain for years. See? So it make you know, say, this God is weird, you know what I mean? The smoking of ganja and the wearing of dreadlocks come together. See? Right. And this is weird. This is custom that Leonard got it from. You understand? And Rastafariism too, you know, sir. Rastafariism have them have a way of saying that them are go up to the hills to meditate. You understand? Up into the mountains. This is where it come from. This is where it come from. Gotcha. You know what I mean? Him go up into the mountains to smoke him marijuana, you know what I mean? And beat him ketejum. You understand? You know what I mean? That's where them get it from.
I see
you understand? That. All right.
Because you know, over here, it's rumored that that's where all the Rastas, you know, go and live in the mountains. I don't know if you know that. Here in America.
La, sir. Me never know that.
Yeah, good.
Slack, yeah, sir. Me never know that, sir.
Yeah. That's the rumor. So a weed smoker, if he go to Jamaica, he gonna go to the mountains to try to meet with the Rastas. But go ahead, brother.
Yeah, man, because you know, with them, cancer, with them now, you have to go up when you go up in the hill, you know, the mountains, you know what I mean? You get a higher level of meditation, you know what I mean? Of course, the weed smoking helps make them ascend, get them closer to God. You understand? When all of that is just Shiva worship.
Right.
That is just worship of some heathens that came to Jamaica, you know what I mean, in the 1800s, because you were now freed from slavery, so-called, saying you were so-called free from slavery, and now they wanted new workers who they paid. They never pay us. And now them imported these heathens, pay them for work, and these heathens not only took wages that could have been in our pockets, but them also bring, you know what I mean, them Eden custom that our people suffer from today.
Right.
You understand? We suffer from the worship of Shiva here in Jamaica today. See? We suffer from drug addiction here in Jamaica, schizophrenia, you know what I mean, mental disorder. Sir, when you look on the streets in Jamaica, there's so much, you know what I mean, crazy people. And if you reason with some of them Rasta, you can clearly see say you are some mad people them here. Yeah, nothing where them said don't make sense. You understand? Reasoning with the slack, yes, sir. I was in a taxi one day with one of the man them from up above, you know, because where me live, me live in the valley, see, and Bobo Hill, you know what I mean, where the Bobo camp is located would be up the road from where me live.
Okay.
So from time to time you would see the Bobo them a traverse that are the Rasta band them, the Rasta priest them. See? In a taxi one day I try make sensible conversation with one of these Rastas. And it was like, you know what I mean, it was like reasoning with a schizophrenic, sir. I mean, and these are one of the teachers them. You understand? Would have people revere and hold at highest esteem, sir. You know what I mean? So the weed smoking, you can clearly see say it is not good for someone's mental health. You understand? And the people that you are learning from in the Rastafari community, they are addicted to weed and they are not in their right mind. So how can they be your teachers?
Right.
Commanding General, Your Honor, in the I.S.U.P.K. is your
Damn right.
righteous teacher. You understand? We don't smoke weed in the I.S.U.P.K. You understand?
Right.
We're not drug addicts. You know what I mean? And we not condemn you as drug addicts out there. We are say, look, stop smoke weed, man. You know what I mean? If you can't stop smoke weed, come to the I.S.U.P.K. Come to class.
Right.
We will teach you how to fight that demon.
Right.
Certainly, Commanding General, Your Honor, as, you know what I mean? Boy, I don't know, Commanding General, Your Honor, have to be a prophet, you know, sir, because guess what? Zin, remember when me I watch him class, you know, not a class, but a video with him blazing, you understand, in the streets, and him say, weed smoking is a sin. And after that, me stop smoke, and I have been trying to stop smoke weed, you know what I mean, for so long. I'm not smoke weed for like 8 years now. Zin?
Right. Most High Christ.
So Commanding General, Your Honor, was able to make me fight that demon there. So forward, come in at the I.S.U.P.K, come to class, make we teach you how to fight that demon.
Right.
You understand?
Right.
And that demon can be defeated, you know. Don't feel like you can't stop smoke. Slack yourself.
Right. Listen, I was in the same boat almost 20 years ago. You know what I mean? So they helped me fight that demon, straighten me out. Sure. You know what I mean? And that's real what you're saying, man. If you just come to class, like come as you are, and we'll deal with it. The more you come, the more you're gonna get more instructions on how to fight. And we'll fight with you.
Right. You understand?
You know what I mean? We'll fight with you. You know what I mean? And that's bottom line. Like I say, we about living. You know what I mean? Our time is up, right? I have to have General Haas seem like he wants you on a part 2 show. I don't know if you read it, but I think that was General Haas. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man.
To General Haas, you know what I mean? So we're gonna end it right here. Hey, Marab, you can play my man's hit. Hey, listen, I've been wearing your song, your music out too.
Most High and Christ.
Hey, I was like, yo, who's this cat here? Hey, Marab, hey, I'm gonna shout out to the brothers and sisters. We're gonna let a Hebrew speak under Commander General YAHANNA, General Haas, and all the other generals, and all the captains, officers, the sisters, the troopers, and all the supporters. Yo, we out. Shalom, Yabba Shabbat Thumb. Shalom, Shema Thumb, Hashem Yabba Shah to the sisters.
Yabba Shem Yabba Thumb.
Both sides. Hey, the water for coming.
Yeah, man, you know the thing going.
Benjamin music.
Know the thing already. Yo, Nayatak. Z. Black party chip, long grass clip, belly full, one for shit. Fat grass, me chip, select ya for shift. To blood clot, the tip, the punch shot, the clip. Me could hear we wave the ras clap, flicky. Me care with tape reverse cartridges. Batman village, rank charges, become argue with. I saw me kill a them ball. Gun in a hand pan, each trigger them hole. The tall rifle we bring a 10-fold. Them blood class scope, ya looking at them soul. Now make we bring a dead toll. Up with the food, now make it in a them cool. Tell me such things, say the thing I get cool. If me circle again, me say skin I get poor. Hey, black family, a goddamn village, we not damn silly. Factory Babylon not billing, so fuck them system, a bad man living. Racks not chilling, unfeed the money, Dan man willing. Don't come here with your wrong bang living. Him rape little pick me, we map that killing. Black party chip, long grass clip, belly full, one for shit. Fat grass matrix, select ya for shift. To blood clot, the tip, the punch shot, the clip. Me could hear we wave the ras clap, flicky. Me care with tape reverse cartridges. Bad man village, rank charges, become argue with. Them a say heart of war, hey, we a say laws of God. No fear though living on me heart, bad man. Just like King David, we not stop bad. And we no talk long. Yeah, this one way so can't walk on land. My act say we no fi spear not one. We general no man a ras mad man, hey. The goddamn kill it, we march come for your dopey past that gimme. One like who you dark and wicked, that when decrease your chance of living. Them a pussy, them soft and timid, but U.P.K can't stop winning. Right now we dey laugh and chilling, but when war begin, we not stop killing. Clock party chip, long grass clip belly full war fish it. Fat brass me chip select can't push it. To blood clot the tip, the one shot the clip. Me go tear we wave the ras clock blicky. Mini gear with tape reverse cartridges. Bad man village, rank charge it is become arguing. I saw me kill a them ball. Gun in a hand pan, each got them cool. Be a tall rifle, we bring a 10-fold. Them blood class scope, ya looking at them soul. Now make we bring a dead toll. Up with the food, now make it in a them cool. Tell Mr. Ching, say the thing I get cold. If me circle again, me say skin I get poor.